Blake Lively's attorneys, Michael Gottlieb and Ezra Hudson, released an official statement calling the settlement a resounding victory for Blake Lively, which is one way to put it. Another way to put it is the way you describe a patient who left the hospital, technically true, just leaving out the part about the body bag. She filed 13 claims, left with $0, dropped everything she had rather than face a trial. And her legal team ran straight to every camera they could find to explain why that's winning. That is the level of delusion we are working with today. She came in asking for $300 million. She left with nothing but a joint statement about how proud everyone was of a movie they spent 18 months trying to destroy each other over. And then, 3 days later, her lawyers filed paperwork asking the court to award her attorney's fees, triple damages, and punitive damages under a California law called Section 47.1. Triple damages for the case she lost, while calling it a victory, while also claiming she never cared about the money. Pick one, Blake. Pick literally one. Now here is where it gets truly special. This 47.1 motion is not new. It is not some brilliant legal chess move her team cooked up after the settlement. The judge had already denied this exact motion once before and invited her to refile. She refiled in September 2025. It has been fully briefed and sitting on his desk since then. The judge has not granted it, has not scheduled a hearing on it, has not given any indication he is racing to hand Blake Lively a payday. But sure, victory tour. So this week, her team decided what this situation really needed was more paperwork. They sent a letter to Judge Liman asking permission to file yet another supplemental brief. 5 more pages. New arguments. New reasons why she deserves to be compensated for the case she voluntarily settled for nothing. The judge's response was one sentence. The court does not require additional briefing at this time. One sentence. After 18 months of filings, after hundreds of docket entries, after more legal drama than most federal judges see in a decade. One sentence that translates very clearly to, I have read everything you have sent me. I have heard every argument your lawyers have made. I do not need 5 more pages from Michael Gottlieb. Sit down and wait. At this point, Judge Liman reads Blake's new filings the way people read terms and conditions. Fast, irritated, and hoping it ends soon. The man is tired. The court is tired. Honestly, the entire internet is tired. But not Blake. Blake is never tired. Blake is out here doing Met Gala appearances hours after the settlement dropped, posting unbothered selfies with Ryan Reynolds, and having her lawyers run to every outlet with a microphone to explain why losing is actually winning. And here is the detail that tells you exactly who Blake Lively is when nobody is watching. During settlement negotiations, her team pushed aggressively for a full NDA. Confidentiality protections that would have permanently barred both sides from ever discussing the case again. No interviews, no books, no podcasts, no public statements, nothing forever. Baldoni's team flatly refused. Sources say Blake had no leverage left and had no choice but to walk away without it. She wanted every single mouth closed. Permanently. She wanted this whole story buried so deep nobody could ever dig it up again. Nothing says confidence like trying to NDA reality itself. He said no. And now Baldoni is reportedly writing a book. That has got to sting. 18 months trying to control the story only to become source material. She spent reportedly $60 million on this case. She walked away with nothing. She couldn't silence anyone. The judge told her lawyers to stop sending him things. And the man she spent 18 months trying to destroy in federal court is sitting somewhere writing a book that she cannot stop, cannot suppress, and cannot NDA into oblivion. That is not a resounding victory. That is losing so badly your publicist has to start writing fan fiction. Friedman said it plainly after the settlement. Part of the reason Blake settled is because she was scared to take the witness stand at trial. And you know what? He is probably right. Because if Blake Lively was confident in her case, she would have taken it to trial. She had 3 claims left, none of them against Baldoni personally. She had been telling anyone who would listen that she had mountains of evidence and a mission to fight for women everywhere. And then 2 weeks before trial, she folded. Not because she won, because the math stopped working and the witness stand got too close. The 47.1 motion is still pending. Judge Liman will rule when he feels like it. There is no trial on the docket anymore, no deadline, no urgency. He can take 5 days or 5 months. And when he rules, neither side can appeal. That was part of the deal. Whatever he decides is final. So Blake Lively's entire remaining claim to any kind of victory in this case rests with the same judge who threw out 10 of her 13 claims. The same judge who told her lawyers this week that he has heard enough. The same judge who already said no to this motion once before. But sure, resounding victory. Somewhere at maximum effort right now, losing is being rebranded as empowerment. We will be here when the ruling comes out, and something tells us her team will find a way to call that a victory too.
That's my